Hi, it's Rachel. In this video, we'll be reviewing how to manage and edit users. Please note that this can only be done by administrators. To get to the users page, you'll need to navigate to the account section. To get there, click on Account, then Users. That will bring you to the users page. The use case we'll be using today is that I am an administrator and need to edit 3 users. 1 user needs to be removed from the system, and 2 users need permissions and basic information changed. As we update and manage the users, we'll review the different ways to complete the changes. Let's update the permissions for the first user, Riley Good. The company would like IT to only have permissions to create accounts. Riley currently has permission to create users in the project management subgroup. To change that, we will go to Permissions and update the permissions for the project management subgroup. We will change the permission set from Administrator to Manager. This permission set will remove the ability for Riley to create users. Next, we will change the permissions and basic information for John Smith. He has recently taken a position in the project management group. We will update the permissions to limit his access in the accounting group and give him permissions to the project management group. We will use the text search feature to find John's account. We can edit John's account in 2 ways, by clicking on the Edit button, or by clicking on either the View Details button or the username to open a detailed view of John Smith's account. We will select the username. We will edit his accounting access by clicking on the Edit pencil next to the accounting group. This will open the group permissions for John's access to that group. We'll then deselect all the options under the permission set. To finalize the changes, we will then click on the Update Permission button. Next, we will click on the Edit User button to update the organization information. We will now click on the Organization tab and change the title to Project Manager and change his default group to the Project Management group. This will change the group John will automatically see when he signs into the system. We will click on the Update User button to save the changes to John Smith's account. We will then click on the Add Permissions button to add permissions to the Project Management group. That will open up the same group permissions for us to choose the group, permission set, and signing access. Once we finalize the options, we will click on the Add Permissions button to add the permissions to John's account. We will then click on the back arrow to go back to the user screen. Lastly, we need to remove an account from the system. We will now search for Jane Doe. We can easily find her account by selecting Group Users, users that have their organization set to the group you are working in. Please note, you can also find users in a group by using the Permissioned Users filter. An example would be to see all users that have permissions to the accounting subgroup. In this view, you will be able to see users with implicit or cascading permission to the accounting subgroup, meaning they are a member of the My Company Inc. parent or primary group, and therefore have access to the accounting group through the parent group. And users with explicit permissions to the accounting subgroup, meaning they have been given permissions directly to the accounting subgroup. We'll go back to the My Company group and find Jane's account under the Group Users filter. Jane is a part of the infrastructure group, and infrastructure no longer needs to be in the system due to process changes. We have 2 options. We can keep the account, but remove all permissions, or delete the account. If we remove all the permissions, the user will not be able to sign into the system, even with an active account. Since we do not want Jane to have an account, we will delete the account. We can delete the account by clicking on the Delete User button under the User Details or on the Users page. We will go back to the Users page and click on the Delete User button. Once I select the Delete User button, a message appears asking if I am sure I want to delete the user. I will click on the Yes, Delete It button to confirm the deletion. Once completed, you can now see that Jane does not show up as a user in the system. That completes our review of how to manage and edit users. Thank you for watching.